Alhamdulillah nahmaduhu wa nasta'inuhu wa nastaghfiruhu wa nu'minu bihi wa natawakkalu alayh. Wa na'udzu billahi min shururi anfusina wa min sayyiati a'malina. May yahdihillahu fala mudilla lahu wa may yudlilhu fala hadiya lahu. Asyhadu an la ilaha illallah wa asyhadu anna Muhammadan abduhu wa rasuluh. Sallallahu alaihi wasallam tabaraka wa salama tasliman kasiran kasira amma ba'd. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Wa man ahsanu qawlan mimman da'a ilallah wa amila salihan wa qala innani minal muslimin. My dear brothers and respected elders, today is an Eid day, which is Eiduladha. It is being celebrated by the entire Muslim or people in the entire world at the same time, almost. So, this is the unification of the entire Islamic world, celebrating an event at the same time by all the people. You know, we are actually having the Eid, you know, the happiness that Allah has bestowed upon the Hajis, the one who do pilgrimage now. This is the day of Arafah, and after the Arafah, you know, they went to Minang, and then in Minang they went to they went to Arafah, then Muzdalifah, and then to Minang. And that is Haji. They have performed a very important order of Allah, pilgrimage, once in a lifetime, to those who can afford to do it, you know, in terms of health and wealth. So they are actually, they already, because once they completed the pilgrimage, they reach Mina and they shave their head, they shave their hair, and the hair of their heads, and that's called Haji. It's called a Haji. We don't have to put the name Haji, but he has already performed Haji. If somebody not in the field of Arafah, you know, then he will not become Haji. The gathering at the Arafah, where the entire Hajis or the pilgrimage, the people who form pilgrimage, meet together at one time in the field of Mashar, and the field of Arafah. It is a very great occasion. Why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala corrected all the Haji, those who perform pilgrimage at one time in the field of Arafah, so that all of them will put their hands up and ask Allah whatever they wanted to have. It is the day when Allah will listen to the prayer of the believers, and Allah will not, you know, unless they are sinners. If they are not sinners, they are the true believers with the good deeds, then their dua are accepted. If they are not true believers with good deeds, you know, their prayers are not correct, everything is not correct, then the promise that Allah will accept the dua on the field of Arafah will not be fulfilled. Many people misunderstood. They say as long as we go for Haji, then our dua will be accepted and then we become correct. Yes, provided you perform correct prayer, you know, you perform correct dua. Just going for Haji will not make your Haji to be accepted. Your Haji will be accepted only when your Iman have reached to the level which Allah wants, and your Amal has reached to the level which Allah is pleased. If you don't have this, you go for Haji for 100 times. It doesn't make any changes. You may think that you have done so many Hajis, but in the eyes of Allah, Allah doesn't accept the Haji which is not done properly. What the Haji, the amal in Haji is basically one is dawah, which nobody do. You know, whenever you meet Muslim during the pilgrimage, you should talk to them about Allah, remind them about the kalimah, remind them about the work of Nabi, and that is important for us to do that. Whenever we are in Mecca or whether we are in Medina, our work should be dawah first. And while doing dawah, we should, say salam to people, give food to people, give food to people, and we should be talking nicely. And then we should from prayer, the second order, while we doing pilgrimage, and then we should the action which are not done anywhere else is the tawaf. Tawaf is in English circumnavigation. I also don't use this word very much, but usually we only say tawaf. The way we circle the Kaaba, for 7 times. So we circle it, then we go to Sa'i, and we go to perform Sa'i 7 times, walking up and down, and then we cut our hair. That is Umrah. So another one, we just do tawaf. Every time we come to the Masjidil Haram, we do tawaf. One tawaf is 7 circles. Every time we reach at the Hajar Aswad, we renew our intention of making one other circle. So every time we reach the Hajar Aswad, we make niyat, and we turn our face towards the stone. And it is said our niyat will be accepted at that time. That even again, if our tawaf is correct, with zikir and all that, and it is being accepted, then our dua is accepted. If we don't, we will not. Most people who go for Hajj, when they go, one thing they really want to achieve is to be able to kiss the Hajar Aswad, and they all make all out efforts when they reach there to go and kiss it. This is not possible. So in doing so, they angling one another, pushing. That is already causing damage, to their tawaf. So they shouldn't do that. They should walk nicely. If it is okay, we can kiss it. Otherwise, and the one who can kiss is the only person who are very close to the Kaaba, not far away. If you are far away, you still want to go, then there will be jam. So there is no procedure where the person will at one time in the 7th round, he will be able to go near to the tawaf. They should make a mathematical calculation whereby everybody will be able to be near to the Kaaba, and then kiss and then go. Not so long, you shouldn't go. But such calculation has not made, and how all the people who do tawaf be able to kiss. It's not, because of that. When the time come, when all those people who make tawaf reach the Hajar Aswad, they all rush. So naturally, that place is the most congested place in Kaaba. And naturally, some people, it is also sunnah that we make dua there and we can pray there. But it's not possible. If you start praying, there will be people who trample upon you. And there are several places in the Kaaba where it's a very mustajab dua. provided that our actions are accepted. If our actions are not accepted, like Samad now, and Sufyan and Yazid, you go for Hajj, you will not be accepted. But of course you can go. There's nobody who can stop you. Like for example now, Samad prayer and it's not accepted now. No pursuit, but you still have to pray. And definitely there's no thing which is useless. It's still useful, even though it's not accepted. But naturally we like to perform a Hajj or Umrah which is accepted. It is accepted only when we do all the actions correctly in the way of Muhammad SAW with the intention to please Allah, not to become Haji. So among the places accepted in the Kaaba is Hajar Aswad and Multazam, the area between the Hajar Aswad and the door of Kaaba, in Hajar Ismail, in Hajar Ibrahim, while we are drinking the water of Zamzam, so many places. In Arafah is the climate of acceptance. This all provided our actions are good, are accepted, then our dua is accepted. Of course, in Arafah is the time when all the Hajis or the pilgrims will be gathered from Zohor till Maghrib. So it is been ordered that we should do Jama, combined prayer of Zohor and Asar in Zohor. And then there is no Amal until Maghrib, close to Maghrib, except dua. So some people will not be able to do dua that long. It's a very long time. So what they do? They will lie down, sleeping, playing cards, talking, and so we waste of time because we have no iman, to that level that we can pray and cry and asking dua. We can only do for 10 minutes, but not for 3-4 hours. But Rasulullah SAW was spending all his time in Arafah for making dua. But unfortunately now we are making dua also some, but not accepted. Because our iman is weak, our amal is weak, is a good, but it's not accepted. We still have to do it, even though it's not accepted. Right now, our prayer is not accepted, we still have to do it. Because it's in obligatory for us to do it. So we have hope that Allah will accept it also. Even though it's not accepted, we should keep on trying. But we have to find ways on how to make it accepted. How to make it to be accepted, our iman must be strong. If we do not want our iman to be strong, like Yazid, then he doesn't want his amal to be accepted. Basically, that is the reason. Then you'll be at loss. You'll be entirely at loss. No, I told him a long time ago. If he has done that, then by now his iman will be very strong. But until now, he's not willing to do it. That means it's a real evidence to show that Yazid really do not want to have very strong iman. Just simply because he loved a woman. He loved the woman and he doesn't want to obey the order to divorce her. Allah orders him to divorce her not because Allah doesn't like his wife. But he loved his wife more than Allah. How can he do that? Nobody can love anything more than Allah, because once we love other than Allah, more than Allah, that means we are doing a great crime to Allah. We shouldn't. We must love Allah more than anything. For that, whenever an order comes, we can dispose all other things and go to Allah. But when we love other than Allah more than Allah, when the order of Allah comes, we dispose Allah and we go for the things that we love. This is the reason why we should not love anything else more than Allah. If possible, 0. If not, must be less. If otherwise, we cannot enter Jannah. So my dear brothers, these are the things that we have to do. So the first order is reciting the kalimah. And to do the work of inviting people to good, to forbid people from evil in the way of Muhammad SAW is the intention of Islam. This is the first order. If we fulfill the right of the kalima, the work of dawah, we do the work of dawah, then we will talk daily, hear daily about the greatness of Allah. To the extent, when we do it with the intention to please Allah, Allah become happy. Allah put the kalima into our heart, provided our heart is also devoid of all other love, including love for wife, children. How to do that? Then Allah says, you do gush to everybody. To those whom you like, you don't like. If somebody say anything bad to you, you keep quiet. Say to yourself, you are nothing. You have no value. Then, and how to take out the love of the wife? You must leave your wife. Go out in the path of Allah. To take out the love of the wealth? You must spend the wealth for my path, for sadaqah and charity. And these are the orders of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, which we do. When we do it in accordance with what He wants, then Allah make the love of other than Allah to come out from our hearts. But when we leave our wife, but the love of wife doesn't come out from our heart and still is there, then we have to take another order, that is to divorce her. Several people are doing divorce in this world. Every day, every minute. What's wrong of that? For Yazid to divorce his wife, only to make the love of Allah to be more than his wife. What loss he has? But now, not doing it is a loss for him. The loss for his entire life. And what we call that person other than a stupid? Stupid person. Stupid person means who know the truth, yet they go for lies. That's the definition of stupid. We call a person stupid when he know the truth, yet he deny the truth and go for lies. When they are invited to recite the kalima and yet he go against it, he wage war against those who have invited them to recite. These are stupid people. And these stupid people got no place in akhirat other than hellfire. So don't become stupid. Become ulul albab, who remember Allah all the time. Standing, walking, standing, lying, sitting. All the entire lives, action in the whole day is with the remembrance of Allah. And this can be done when Allah is more, we love Allah more than anything else in the world. We don't love anything else. Why? When we don't love anything, we don't remember anything else except Allah. When we reach to that level, we are the lover of Allah. And this, what Allah wants, even though it's difficult, it is very few people who reach to that level, but yet that is what He wants. It's not obligatory. It's obligatory only to love Him more than anything else. Little bit also okay. But to love Him entirely, to remember Him entirely is a supreme, attaining a supreme level, a very high level. Like our Prophet ﷺ. Always remember Allah while he's sleeping, while he's waking up. When he sleep, he's making sex with his wife, or he is anything that he did. You always remember Allah. He recite the dua. He remember every minute. And the angel was saying, while Prophet Muhammad was sleeping, he said he's not sleeping. The angel said, he remember Allah. He's not sleeping. You say he's sleeping? No. He is remembering Allah while sleeping. So such a love he has. Because it's in his heart, there is nothing else other than Allah. Not a love of wife, no love of children, no love of work. Nothing he loves. No, he loves himself. He loves Allah. And these are the what has been done by the mountains, by the rivers. All other things glorify Allah. But the only difference with men, they do that with force. The mountains celebrate Allah with force, but not with force. They don't with their own desire. They are forced to remember Allah, like someone. So it's not that good. But men are not forced, but they choose to remember Allah. This choice of to remember Allah make the status of man so high above all other creation of Allah, and for that very reason Allah give them paradise or Jannah. So my dear brothers, Either we are achieving a very high level or very low level. Low level means lower than the animals, lower than even the pigs and the cattle. The pigs are also higher when they also remember Allah. They are forced to remember Allah, the pigs, you know. You say pig, you are pig. They are remembering Allah all the time. And what about us? We don't remember Him. We don't love Him. You know, we love our wife, children, work, which cannot do anything to us, cannot give harm, cannot give benefit. But Allah is the doer, the creator, who gave everything to us and who give good and bad, honor and disgrace. And there's no reason why we should not love Him. We have to talk about His quality, His greatness to do everyone in this entire world. Invite them to believe in Allah, to adore Allah more than anything else. When we do this work, then we become the lover of Allah. Allah loves it so much. And Allah will install into our heart His love, the love towards Him. And when we have the love towards Him, we dare not to disobey His order, because by doing so, we'll make our lover become angry with us. We don't want that, because we say we do not want to make Allah become unpleased with us, because He is my lover, He is my lover, He is my Lord. Oh my Lord, forgive us if anything we do has make you angry, or if anything that we do displease you. This is the dua of the lover of Allah. We are so fond of you. We are so much in love with you, my Lord. Please forgive us. So these are, and Allah will forgive the sins of His lover. Allah said, I will overlook your weakness. I will delete your wrongdoing. Once you make repentance to Allah, and on the way to become the lover of Allah. Gosh.